Alrighty, what is up, y'all? Spencer K here, and we are back for another episode of Nuclear Hearts. Back for, I believe it should be episode 48. Big 48, man, getting close to 50. Yeah, this is by far the longest running series I've ever had. And I was kind of thinking about it the other day. I was looking at the map, and I thought about everything we did. It doesn't feel like 50 episodes. It somehow feels like 10 episodes and 100 at the same time. I don't understand. You think back to episode 1. Blood Moon Night 1, we couldn't find a village. Now we have over 50 villages discovered. All this I feel like we've done really well in exploration, but we've been slacking with building and technology. So this is going to be a building and technology episode. We're going to mainly focus technology. We're going to advance ourselves in the nuclear tech mod a little bit. Just to recap the last couple episodes, I really wanted to build an RTG, I believe it's RTG, ZPE. I don't know what RTG is. It's something else, I guess. ZPE potential generator. It is another way to generate power, and it's kicking at about 20,000 per tick per second. It's filling these up very, very fast. The problem is, though, it's not generating enough to run something like this. It's almost something you have to kick into a big battery or storage system, and then from that battery or storage system, kick it into that. And after some testing, all right, so we got our ZPE potential generator here, which is generating about 20,000 a second. We have this one here, which is generating just under 10,000 a second. For whatever reason, when I, have it all hooked up together, and I kick my ore acidizer on, which is an energy ore, it pulls from the solar panel first, which is very strange to me. I almost want this to be like the reserves, but for whatever reason, it is prioritizing the steam turbine. And I have some theories. I don't really care to test them. I've just been disconnecting it from the circuit and then running off the batteries. The problem with that is I can't do as many items because these 4 batteries here only get me through maybe 8 items comfortably, if that even. So we're going to kind of tinker with that a little bit. We're also going to work on the solar tower boiler, or just the solar farm. So I couldn't find in the wiki how many windows you can have max per solar tower boiler. It didn't really say, or mirrors, I guess. These are mirrors. But I've noticed that we're not producing as much steam as we probably could be. So I'm thinking if we add another row of mirrors on the back, side, and front here, that should help increase our steam generation. And if it doesn't, we'll just pull those mirrors back off and we'll build another solar tower boiler somewhere else at some point, because we're going to need multiple of these throughout the world, I imagine, at some point in time. So this is going to be kind of a gamble, but not really, because in the end, we're still going to use the mirrors at some point. But we're going to see if that can generate more steam. My understanding is the more steam you have in here, the more pressure, quote unquote, it is, and the faster the steam actually gets produced into power. So if we can max this out or produce more steam, this thing should generate more power in theory. Also, we're going to try to build some more of these ZPE potential generators. The big problem we had is we couldn't find Schrabidium nuggets. Well, we found a way to get Schrabidium nuggets, and it's actually down here, and I was talking about it. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, here it is. The transmutation device, Schrabidium Transmutation Device. If we craft one of these, it's going to be the most power whore thing we have, but it should work, and we don't have to use it all that much, just a few times in theory. So, this is all a theory. But we got one extra Schrabidium nugget, and that's actually going to work out to make this last magnetized tungsten ingot, which is what we could not get a hold of, which was preventing us from crafting the ZPE potential generators. But that is crafted, and it's doing good. You think one of these at this height is 20,000. What about 2 of them? What about 3 or 4? And at some point, it'd be cool to make it look a little bit better than just a cobblestone pillar going up. But for now, that's all I can afford. So we're going to leave it like that. But I think we're going to try to get maybe a couple more ZPE potential generators, as well as these mirrors. And then I have a few other stuff planned for a few other activities planned for this episode, I guess I should say. But with that, man, let's go ahead and start out with those mirrors. I am very, 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 very curious on how this is going to work. Well, first and foremost, we're going to need more aluminum plates. It looks like we could just use the hammer, which is always nice. Now, I only see the one aluminum plate up there for now, but let's come over to here. I'm just curious. No, that is not it. It's worth mentioning I smelted down a bunch of the iron that we turned into crystals. Here we go. We can turn iron ore into crystals via this ore acidizer, if this is your first episode or you've skipped a few episodes. One of these iron crystals breaks down into 3 iron dust, I think it is, and then one, I think it was titanium or whatever that other item was. Some other ore dust, and then you also get a little bit of something else. Yeah, it was titanium, and then you also get, I think, a little bit of lithium powder from breaking down those iron crystals. So those iron crystals are pretty valuable, but it just takes so much power. But all the iron powder we got from breaking those crystals down has turned into all of this. This is a ton of iron, man. You think this is going to get us far on that storage facility project. It's really not, unfortunately. I hate to say it. It's nice, right? A stack and 36 blocks. Wonderful. I already have 57 blocks in here. You think, man, that's going to last a long time. No, unfortunately not. 2.5 stacks just about. Or really, yeah, 2.5 stacks with these ingots. So we are getting there. We just have a ways to go. I was also able to smelt down some golden stuff too. But with that, man, let's get into the mirrors. I did have some aluminum blocks. I just didn't really want to break them down quite yet, but we're going to have to. Well, let's try to be a little strategic and plan out our mirrors. I counted 29, but we're going to have to craft them in groups of 3. So that means 30 mirrors, which I think means we need 30 aluminum plates like that. Should be good. We're going to need 10 steel beams and 30 steel ingots. I should, in theory, have all of this. We will see. I think I'm going to be able to get away using these steel ingots. Let's see. Yes, I should be able to. Wouldn't you know it, the blood moon is going to spawn. That is not what I had in mind at all. It doesn't matter. We're going to be able to get the mirrors crafted anyway. So despite this blood moon rudely interrupting us, we are still going to be able to put these down. It won't really matter because it's going to be nighttime. So that's not like they're going to be working all that well. Unfortunately, I am going to have to move some of these wires around. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Somehow I saved 2 copper cables. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I am not going to complain. If you're freaking out, Spencer, get inside, take cover, get ready to battle. Don't you worry. I have learned that I do have a little bit of time when the blood moon hits, just because that mega torch up there is doing a wonderful job at keeping them spawning further away from my house. Now, with zombie awareness and all that, they still eventually find me. But also, only the zombies find me, and it's really not that bad fighting zombies. If it was all the creepers and witches and skeletons and stuff too, then it would be pretty bad. Oh, yeah, you could see a skeleton creeping up right there, but as I say, I'm safe from them. But no, for the most part, they're not too bad. Let's go ahead and put that tool back in there, and we are, I guess, going to be back after the blood moon. Alrighty, the blood moon is over. I was just going to say I think I got all the zombies, but obviously this little fella here is going to be proving me wrong. Now I think I got them all. We can get back to what we were getting into there. Hopefully we don't get another back-to-back. That would be just terrible. The first night, you know what? I had to mention the blood moon on night 1, and then that's what I get. Let's see. What's going on here? Is it just steady at 31,000? It sure is. It's going up. Maybe a little bit quicker. I feel like it was, 10,000 every second and some change, but that seems like it's a little bit faster. It could very well be. I don't know for sure if that's going to help us or not. I think it's a little quicker. I don't know. It could just be me, but I feel like adding 30 mirrors is going to make it slightly faster, if anything. Which is going to help us in the long run. It's really nothing super noticeable. What we need to do now is we need to focus on that piece of equipment, the Schrabidium Transmutation Device. That is what we need to focus on. So first and foremost, we're going to need the blueprint. Let's start out with that because that's something that I feel like I always forget about until the very end. We're like, man, why isn't it working? Oh, dang, got a blueprint. Yeah, and we've done that plenty of times. And we just type transmutation and get that blueprint. There we go. I think we're going to need another blueprint, actually. So just to fast forwarding a little bit, we are going to need a specific part a red coil capacitator is going to be another part of this. So we may as well, since we have the blueprint out, just go ahead and craft that. There we go, red coil capacitator. There we go, should be good now. We can put those right there. We can put our blueprints back, and let's look at that recipe one more time. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Well, if you ask me, we just go down the line. I feel like that keeps us in check here. So magnetized tungsten ingot. That is going to be a tungsten ingot, if you can believe that. And then we need that last Schrabidium nugget. There's our tungsten. And let's go get that last nugget. Now, I did put it over here with all the other radioactive stuff. If you've missed the last couple episodes, we raided some nuclear power plants. We have a ton of radioactive material. The problem being, I didn't really have anywhere to put it, so I just put it under my base. I actually have a hopper, so I just dump it into a hopper, and it places it into that crate. That way I don't have to hold it and get irradiated or anything crazy like that. But nonetheless, I'm going to have to hold it here, albeit just for a very short second. Here we go. But that should be good. That's the one thing you really, really hope I don't mess up, because that would be bad. I don't have my Geiger counter on me, but one of the zombies during the Blood Moon dropped one, and I actually am somewhat radiated, probably from all the Schrabidium nuggets that I've been carrying. But we're going to go ahead and decontaminate here just for a quick second. Alrighty, there we go. We should be done. And this magnetized tungsten ingot should also be done. There it is, our first step on this journey. We need 24 titanium ingots. Now, luckily for me, I know I have a lot of them over in this chest here from all the smelting I've been doing. All the smelting of the iron and titanium dust that we've been breaking down. Sweet, 2 out of 8 pieces so far. I'm actually going to skip this advanced alloy plate just for now, because I think that's going to be the hardest thing in this whole crafting recipe right now, because I don't think I have that many. No, let's not skip it. Let's just get it going. Shouldn't be that hard. I was acting like it was going to be a lot harder than it really is. All I got to do is put my plate stamp in here, let this thing heat up, and then it'll do it all for me. So while that is going, we can actually move on now. We need 12 steel plates, and they can be the easy kind. We only have 11, dude. What a joke. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I can mix and match, so I'm not going to risk it. These are now done, so we have all 18, and like I said, I don't know if I can mix and match steel plates, like have 2 of one mod and then 10 of another. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't want to chance it, so we're just going to go ahead and craft 12 of the same one here. 6 DESH compounds. Somehow, some way, the stars are aligning. That is exactly what we have left. 8 insulators. I know we have plenty of those, because we absolutely overdid it with those a while back. 5 storage blocks. I know we have plenty of those. We were talking about it last episode, how I had a ton. And actually, I found more. I put those, is it 5? Yeah, or no, just 4. I put 4 down there, and then I went and found a bunch more inside and in this chest. So we are good there. And then that leaves the last thing, 5 overclocked circuits. And my luck ran out. Wouldn't you have it? I think I could just craft this down, though. Yeah, there we go. All right. Nope, our luck is still here. We are good to go. And in theory, that should be it. All that complaining and saying we're unlucky and, trying to raid nuclear power plants and then supply drops and then raiding other buildings. All I had to do was this, essentially. If I would have just done this first, I would have been okay. But nope, I psyched myself out. I was like, nope, this isn't possible. It costs way too much. Nope, not the case. It is that simple to get that done. While that is going, let's go ahead and check out that next recipe. It shouldn't be that bad either. Let's see, we need 3 gold plates and 2 blocks of redstone right out of the gate. That shouldn't be too bad at all. As that thing wraps up behind me, I already have 2 gold plates and 2 blocks of redstone, so this next one shouldn't be too bad. Sweet, man, we got it. Our Schrabidium Transmutation Device. We need 4 superconductors, really? Superconducting coils. Okay. I don't know if I have that. Oh, it's literally just these. I thought they were called something else. It's 4 and 6. I have way too many of these, actually. Yeah, oh, we are good to go. And then the hardest thing here, and I don't have glass, so, wait a minute. I have glass panes in here from a previous project. And I was like, man, I'm going to keep these here because I'm probably going to need them again. And I do. 1 aluminum wire and then 2 steel plates. Should not be too difficult. Let's just get those 2 steel plates and 1 aluminum wire. I don't think I'm going to have that, unfortunately, but once again, super duper simple. We just do a quick little swap-a-roo here. Throw the wire stamp up there. We will need another lava bucket, unfortunately. I have been wasting a lot of lava on this piece of equipment, but I'm not too worried about it. Lava is basically an infinite resource, so we should be good. Let's just craft a bunch of them. Yep, let's craft a bunch of them just so next... hopefully we won't need them again for a very, very long time. So yeah, we'll craft 16. That should get us, I think, 2 stacks once it's all said and done. Yep. There we go. 2 stacks of aluminum wires. I think that's what I needed. You know what? I should double check. And yes, it is. And we only need 1 of them. Oh, talk about overkill. Extra credit, a whole lot of it. Unfortunately, we do need 1 more blueprint. I thought I was good, but we are not. And I already forgot what it was called. A fuse. That's all it is a fuse. That's nice and simple. I like that. A fuse. There we go. We got our fuse. Let's do that next. We have to do it next. We have no choice. So we put that in there and then all of our parts. And there we go. Our fuse is complete. And what's the last part here? This one here. We should be able to put all this in there. And there we go. I think that is it. We should have everything we need in order to create more Schrabidium nuggets. Well, at least the next step in the process of Schrabidium nuggets. There's a few more steps. This isn't it. It's not like we're all done here once we put it over there. But we're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. I need 5 of these. So the reason why I wanted to avoid this, and it is going to be a pain in the ass. Thankfully, we found a few more Schrabidium batteries, so that's going to help the process anyway. This process, in order to create essentially 1 Schrabidium, I believe is how it's pronounced, ingot, you need 5 million power. 5 million power for 1 ingot. 1 Schrabidium, hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am. Ingot will get you 3 Schrabidium nuggets. And I can show you that process here so it makes a little bit more sense. But it is a very, very expensive process. So we're going to put it over here. I don't think it poses any threat or any danger. It's a relatively safe system. The dangerous part is this capacitor. You can see it. I can't hover over it here. It says 10 out of 10 charges, I guess, if you would. You have to go somewhere and basically cause a small explosion to clear the charge. So that's kind of the dangerous part, but that's only if you right-click this after it's been used at least once on the ground. So I'm not too worried about it yet, but yeah, we are going to have to use all 5 of these batteries, which is okay because actually while that one empties, let's come back over to here because I'm having a great idea. Let's grab 1 more of our energy storage blocks. There we go. Because these are 1 million each. They're just not movable. Once they're set like this, they are stuck here. But we have 5 of them now. So if all 5 of these are fully charged to 1 million each, that's 5 of those to 5 batteries. We could just stick 1 battery each. And each one, let them charge all at the same time, and they should be good. And then while we're off doing our own thing, they'll be charging. So that should work in theory. It just takes a little bit of patience. Alrighty, funny enough, I have 2 blocks of uranium right here. So we're going to snag that. I also have a chest conveniently in here. We are going to place that right here. And I only need 1 uranium right now. And actually, ooh, I just radiated the shit out of myself, didn't I? Yeah, that wasn't great. Not my best play. Let's go ahead and decontaminate slightly. All right, there we go. Should be good. Should be good. I just mind myself, hey, if you're holding uranium, you got to be smart with it, Spencer. But it turns 1 uranium ingot into 1 Schrabidium ingot. But like I said, it takes 5 million power. And once this is done, and it is now, we'll go ahead and snag it and throw it into here. We also need the fuse in here, the capacitor. Don't forget that. I was going to lose my mind there. I was like, oh, what's going on there? But yep, it doesn't drain or anything. It just uses it all at once it's done. It makes this really crazy, like almost alien sound. So I'm going to walk away over to here. But that should do it. That should turn that into Schrabidium. I'm just going to throw my batteries over to here, and I'll head back over. So that thunder means that it's done. It actually creates a thunder sound effect every time it completes which is a little intimidating, if you ask me. I'm going to be honest, man. And here we go. All 5 of our batteries are refilled. And this system is only hooked up to the ZPE potential generator. Mind you, my steam turbine is not hooked up into my power grid right now. So all of these are getting a little over 4K each, and it's already a quarter of the way filled. So, I mean, this is actually going to work out perfect. I think if we would have just done the solar power, it would have taken too long. This would not have been feasible. But the fact that we are using that CPE potential generator, it's going to help us out big time. You can see we have our Schrabidium. No, I've been saying that wrong. Schrabidium. I don't know how to say that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to call it Schrabidium. I know that's wrong, but that's what I can pronounce. I'm going to pronounce it that way. But we have 1 ingot. There we go. It is still blinding. If you were concerned, don't be. It is still blinding. So, no, I want to put that in there, please and thank you. There we go. And we'll go ahead and do a few of these. I guess I will just cut it and be back once I have a couple of those ingots for the next step. It's just a very time-consuming process to get these ingots, but I do have another step I want to show you, but I don't want to bore you with all this waiting. Alrighty, here you go. I went ahead and found the recipe for you guys. So yes, 1 Schrabidium, and once again, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, ingot will get you 3 Schrabidium nuggets. And then you also get some uranium and plutonium nuggets. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe I could use these in for actual like fuel cells down the line for actual nuclear power. I once again could completely be wrong. So don't trust me too much with that, but we are going to break them down. I only have 3 so far. I am just hurting on power. It takes a little bit longer than I would like. It's not terrible. It definitely could be worse, but we'll go ahead and get those 3 ingots broken down. And you know, since I'm dealing with hazmat, I really should have a Geiger counter on me just so I can track how radioactive I'm becoming. If it's just a little bit, that's fine by me, man, but you know, sometimes some of these things get pretty dang radioactive. So, yeah, there you go. I got a little bit on me. That's okay. That is A-okay. But we have 9 Schrabidium nuggets now, which is absolutely insane because we spent 2 episodes struggling to find 2. So the fact that we can get 9 just like that, and all my batteries, yeah, I was going to say, should be fully charged again. So I should be able to get a 4th one. I'll keep doing this process in the background. I'll just, whoops, that one's not actually all the way yet. Oh, none of them are. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. All right, now they're good. Now all 5 are good. Cool. So we'll get another one going. Like I said, I will do it in the background. But our goal, I think we're going to try to craft at least 1 more ZPE potential generator, because obviously that means we will be generating power twice as fast, which will make this process way, 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 way better. And truthfully, I can always move this piece of equipment to over there and just hardwire it in, and that way it just automatically fills up, and then I don't have to use batteries. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that now that we're talking about it, because this is already getting kind of annoying. There we go. It is officially hardwired in. I just put it right over here. I disconnected it here. Still no reason. I got rid of that drill already, so there's really no reason. But in theory, once my batteries over here fill up all the way, mind you, I have 5 batteries charging, so it has to split the power between 6 items now. So that one's not going to fill up very fast. But once those batteries are filled, all the power should be coming to here, and it should be somewhat fast, I would assume. And I'm actually just going to put these batteries away because I don't think I'm going to need them anymore. I think that hardwire power source is going to do it. I better put the fuse back. Actually, also, since I'm talking about it, let's go ahead and what do you call it? Recharge or negate negative or positive charge? I don't know what you want to call it, but let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can do it on ice. I sure can. I sure can. I don't even think that got rid of any block. It might have, actually. It might have gotten rid of some blocks right there. Let's do it one more time. You know, I think I'm safe. If I do it on ice, it definitely hurts the ice and me, but not blocks. Yeah, no, I think we are good, which is kind of cool. Now, that is fully charged back up. They recommend getting like concrete or something, building like a concrete pad and doing it there. We can do that at some point. I was just kind of doing that for science. But cool, man. Let's put our chest back down. And yeah, we'll just keep doing this in the background. Moving on to the ZPE potential generators. I'm going to create a special crate here for all of our ZPE potential generators. Just the stuff for them. I am out of Desh compound plates now, so we're going to have to craft some of that. But like I said, I want to just get one more top and bottom just to double our power. But I'm thinking we're going to be able to start producing these at a somewhat decent rate. So I'm just going to set a crate aside and put all the materials in here so I can see what I'm low with or high with, you know, whatever the case may be. One thing we are going to need are these overclock circuits. So we'll go ahead and throw those up in there and just slowly but surely kind of get all the stuff we need. Lead plates. Alrighty, here we go. We're creating more magnetized tungsten ingots here. That's just going to take a little bit, but we'll go ahead and get it going. Alrighty, and we are going to need more Desh Blend and rare earth crystals, which is a whole... Oh, wait, nope, we have Desh Blend. We're going to go ahead and get more going anyway, just because we've been using so dang much of it. But, ooh, wait a minute. I know I did it a while back. Are there any more? There are not, but the Desh production's already in here, which is good. What do I need? It's mercury and light oil, which is stuff I've been stockpiling. Yes, sir. I think I'm going to get away with using 2 bottles of each. I hope we're going to use them now. We'll just create more Desh. Let's see if I have any more rare earth crystals, or at least the rare earth minerals, and I do not see any. Yeah, I don't see any. 55 diamonds is insane, dude. I just realized that. That is awesome. But no, I don't see any in there, so that tells me there should be a full stack in here. I see one right there. There's probably another full stack somewhere. I've been mining quite a bit and stockpiling it, but we're gonna bring them all down, man. We have been kind of going through these rare earth crystals. The fact that I can turn them into crystal or rare earth ore, we've been using the rare earth ore, but the fact I can turn them into crystals and then how valuable they are as crystals is insane. The problem being, I am not hooked up into my solar circuit here. It's at 40 million, so I feel like we should be okay. I just want to see how all this stuff is doing. It looks like it's doing okay. Yep. Oh, wait, look at that. It's already at 5 million over there. So yeah, our power generation is fine, just fine. I am going to hook it back up into the solar just for right now. I'm going to unhook it from the solar once we start using that again, but since I'm going to be using the ore acidizer, I really need that solar. Like I said earlier, for whatever reason, it prefers it. We'll start out with just 16 ore. That should be about 16 crystals. Sometimes it gives me a bonus 1 or 2 because of the upgrades I have in there. We will see. And right on cue, our magnetized tungsten is complete. That is sweet. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in there, the other tungsten, just because I anticipate getting more of those Schrabidium nuggets soon. And while we're at it, I know we're working on the magnetized tungsten, which is also going to help us with these superconducting coils. We are good on lead plates, and I know we're working on Desh as well, but one thing I've noticed is we don't have a ton of overclock circuits. So I'm wondering, how do we craft some of those? Oh, I hope that's not it. Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, that's kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, hydrogen peroxide is easy. I guess it's not terrible. It could have been worse. Oh, we actually ran out of mercury and the light oil. I thought, you know, I didn't do my math in my head there that time. We're also going to have to craft some more mercury bottles because we got a lot of drops of mercury, but no bottles, so. There we go. We'll get that going again. I just realized I had more Desh ingots in here. we're actually doing okay in the Desh ingot. We had enough. Are you kidding me? I had enough this whole time. I feel silly now. I feel silly. That is okay. Let's go ahead and craft. We'll do 16 because we got more on the way. Okay, we are getting into the rabbit hole, man. If we're going to start mass producing this stuff, we better start crafting more of everything because we're getting low on high-speed steel. And we do not have any polymer powder. I have one more polymer bar, but yeah, that's not going to cut it. So we're going to have to dive into all that. But first and foremost, I would like to wrap all this up. Yeah, that's just going to have to cut it for right now because I have to craft some other stuff in there. So we will do that. Let's see. High-speed steel, I believe, yes, we can use in that blast furnace as well. And it's going to be steel and tungsten. So good thing that tungsten is still in there. Let's go ahead and add my steel. Get some more high-speed steel since we're at it. Actually, yeah, that's good, actually. That'll be good. To get the polymer bar, we need petroleum, gas, coal, 2 coal for every 1 fluorite. And I think we are going to have quite a bit of all that. In theory, we should. I am not seeing a lot of fluorite. No, that is it. Now, wait a minute. Side question here, getting distracted. Don't I have fluorite crystals? I do. What does one of those give me? Because if it's fluorite, we may be in business. Ah, oh boy. Look at that. All right. We are in business. Sweet. We don't even really need more than that, but I'll just break it down since I'm doing it anyway. And then I need, oh, I said petroleum, I believe. Let's go ahead and grab 5. I don't think I'm going to use it all right now, but we will see. That is the polymer synthesis. Let's go ahead and grab it, put it up here, and honest to God, I cannot remember which one goes where. Yeah, apparently I did it right. We're just going to have to kind of play the fluid tanks by year because, yeah. Whoops. I think it takes 600. It does, yeah. So it takes 6. So in theory, one more. Yeah, and I'll get 3 more. So I think it's every 3 fluid tanks, it'll even out and empty this whole thing. So yeah, let's go ahead, put those last 2 up into there as well. We'll grab 1 more, and then I think we should be okay. Yep, 24. Yep, that's a multiple of 3, so should be good. I would love to produce more, but our oil refinery has actually been off for like a couple of real-life months. We are digging into our reserves here. You can see I have quite a bit of everything, though. I'm not too hurt. I mean, these fluid barrels are massive. 16,000 versus 1,000. So one of these barrels is 16 of these. So, you know, 2 of those barrels, we're doing just fine in that department. But, yeah, that should be good for now. 10 more bars. Let's plan to get that oil refinery pumping again here this episode as well, just since we're on the topic of it. But, yep, we can throw that stuff up. What did I need this for again? It's for these, the polymer powder. And I do have a multiple of 4, so we're going to have to put 2 back up into here. But that is A-okay. My shredder blades are broken. Why wouldn't they be? I think that's going to fix it, though. I have 4 iron plates here. Let's see. Yep, that is 1. That is 2. I really should upgrade these blades. They break every time I use it just because they're iron and they're not very strong compared to a lot of things. So, and I think I can put all the rest of this up here because I'm only going to be able to craft 2. So we'll let this wrap up. And there we go. We got more of those. Sweet, man. Sweet. And we'll throw them all into here. What else is there? Just a couple of these superconducting coils. Let me do some quick math here. Ooh, this might work. I may be able to get away with turning 4 of them into wires right now. And I may be able to actually craft 2 more functional generators. So 2 more tops, 2 more bottoms. I think if my math is correct. It has not been the most reliable in this episode, but it never is. So, oh, the wire stamp's already up there. Sweet, sweet. I didn't even realize that the wire stamp was already up there. I didn't have to grab a stamp. Yeah, look at that. It only shredded like a couple items, and it's already a quarter of the way broke. There's more high-speed steel, so we'll go ahead and put that up there. 32. I think our math is correct. Do we have everything? Technically, no. I have to craft these, but we'll just go ahead and do that real quick. It just takes iron. We need 4 iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong thing. And there we go. And I think we're good. I think we're okay. I don't know if we're missing anything. Let's give it a shot here. So it's going to be the 2 tungsten ingots up top with the dash thing. Okay, technically, yes. I will be able to craft 2 sets of tops and bottoms once I get a few more Schrabidium nuggets, which are just around the corner, so I'm not too concerned. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft 2 tops, because we should be good to go. And I think, if I remember the recipe correctly, it's that. Yes, it is. So now we have 2 tops. Sweet. Let's go ahead and look at the bottoms. No, I have 2 bottoms, sorry, and now let's look at the tops. The arrows confuse me. It's pointing up, saying, hey, it generates up, but I think it's the top because the arrow's up, but nope, I am incorrect there. But yeah, it's just the exact opposite, so it's just reversed here. Should be 2 there, those 2 there, 2 there, and then we need 1 more here and 2 more there, and we should be good to go. I can put all the extra material up there for now. Let me just come over to here and see what everything is doing here. The fluorite is done. That is good news. I don't think anything else is going. The ore acidizer has wrapped up. We don't really need any more rare earth crystals right now. We got some going, which is great. I'm happy we did that, but I want to disconnect the solar power generator from my power grid. So I'm going to go ahead and stop using those pieces of equipment over there. Let's go ahead, yep, break this. Just like that. Hey, I'll just keep it in my inventory for right now. Might as well. And all right, next step is to put a uranium nugget, or ingot, sorry, into here. And now we should be good to go. There we go. We got one more of those ingots. This is going to have to generate power. Oh, look how fast it's going, though. It's, yeah, 20,000 a second. Yep, there it is. If you were doubting my math, you can see it just like that. It's actually just over 20,000 a second. It's like 20,100 a second, which is awesome. So, yeah, if you force all the power to one spot like that, it's doing 20K a second just off of one of those. We're going to have a total of 3 here very shortly. So 60K a second. We are going to be rolling to the power, man. This thing, the solar power, we've been surviving off of this for, I mean, probably a good 20 episodes now, and it's doing less than 1K, or 10,000, I guess, sorry, a second. It was, we upgraded it slightly, so it's doing a little over 10,000 a second now, I think. But we should be good to go. We need to magnetize a couple. Oh, nope, actually, I am incorrect once more. We have to break down that ingot. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a decontaminator out of my emergency chest. I think, yeah, I have extras. I have 3 extras. I'm going to grab one. I'm going to put it over here, kind of out of the way. But we're just going to keep it here like permanently now, just for the time being, just so I can walk over and kind of decontaminate when I'm doing all these projects. Just thinking long-term goals. I do plan on building a house and then having this as probably like my HBM facility. We'll probably build some more permanent structures, rearrange everything and all that at some point. But since it's my house, I haven't really felt like doing that just because there's no reason to. There's really no reason to, let's be real. But that is on the horizon. Bear with me. I know we're almost 50 episodes in and I don't even have a house. So that is absolutely embarrassing. But the good news is, like I said, it is on the horizon. I really do hate how that thing blinds me every single time. But we should be good. Let's grab those nuggets. We'll throw them up top. We'll let that get to going. And we'll sleep the night away. You know, the craziest thing is it's going to give us exact change. We need 3 more of these. And that's exactly what we had. That is awesome, man. I think we're going to be able to get another one. Nope, not quite yet. I was going to say, I think we're about due for another one over there. You can see it takes a while. But just here momentarily, we're going to be able to do this twice as fast. We're going to go from 20,000 a second to 40,000. Actually, we're going to go to 60,000 a second here in a little bit. Now, the problem is I don't have a lot of cobblestone. And obviously, I made that structure out of cobblestone. So we may have to run to spawn and get some cobblestone. Or, you know, let me check this chest over here. We got another one right here. You know, that one is empty. I was going to say, or we get a drill going. Ooh, dude, I'm going to be honest. It's going to decrease our power just slightly. I think we put a drill over here. I think we move our drill over to there. I actually put it all in this chest like that. It does use a decent amount of power. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not overkill. It's not terrible. It's just got a few upgrades, so it's not too small. But let me do some math here real quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So in theory, oh, I almost fell down that hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want the center to be right there, and I think I just nailed it. Actually, I think I just nailed the center. That is awesome. Let's check out my power grid here. Yes, I'm going to have to extend it. Part of me wants to just get rid of all this dirt up here because it is driving me up a wall, but I guess we will leave it for now. Let's just go ahead and bridge this over. Yep, like that. There we go. That should work. That should work. It is not lined up very well. Uh-oh. It's not lined up well. Actually, wait a minute. Nope, we 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come up. Oh man, I really hope it doesn't fall. Okay, good, good. I'm gonna do one more. Okay, good. I got them both. I was gonna say I'm gonna come up here because you don't want the drill to cut its own power source. We've actually done that before. It's kind of funny. It is. It's messed up, but it is kind of funny. I'm not gonna mess with the train. We're just gonna bridge over it. It's kind of annoying. Not the most efficient way to wire something in, but that's gonna be it. Why are we not getting power? I must have missed something along the way. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I cut it off. Yeah, no shot. No shit, Spencer. No shit. There we go. All right, so that should be powered. Don't do that. Don't you do that. It's still not powered. Okay. Oh. All right, it just magically kicked on out of nowhere. So I don't know, man. It's working. It is working, and that is what I wanted. Problem. I don't have a chest, or do I? Do I have a chest for it? I don't think I do. No, I do not. All right, so we are going to move this chest over to there. I remember why I don't use these drill saw too often. They are loud as hell, man. Look, just listen to that. That is crazy. But, nope, there we go. It's going to be digging dirt for a little while. That's the one thing is if I ever start using these on a mass scale, I need to mine the dirt myself because there's no reason I'm using power to mine dirt, which is something I could so easily vein mine, especially the top couple layers. Just build like a cobblestone base for it and then let it go crazy just a couple blocks down beneath the topsoil. That's what I need to do. But now that that is going, that is good. Let's get one more going in here. One more uranium ingot. There we go. That should be good. Now that I have successfully been distracted, let's actually grab what we've been waiting for. And we should be able to craft the last... Ooh, not a backpack, please. We should be able to craft the last 2 parts for my next 2 ZPE potential generators. Yes, sir. There we go. And I do think I'm going to run to spawn real quick and grab some more cobblestone because that thing's not going to have a ton of cobblestone for quite some time. I was like, yep, let's hear my thunder before I go just to make sure it was working. I've been using a lot more cobblestone than I've been realizing. I turned a lot of it into stone, to be fair, but yeah, I was expecting more in that chest. But cool, we have way more cobblestone than we are going to need, but I am fine with that. I am sick of running low on materials. So the next step is let's go ahead and get an outline. We'll do it 2 separate ways. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and break that torch. I'm going to slide it over to right there. And we're going to build one to the side of it here, and then we'll build one behind it as well. But I want them all to be on the same level, so we're going to have to break a few dirt blocks. And, yep, because the base is on this level. Now, the good news is I already have one side technically done, so that's less cobblestone I have to use. I just have to work on the other 3 sides. And that's why I'm going to build them all together. It's going to look like an ugly cobblestone blob, but in the long run, it is going to be super beneficial. You're going to have to trust me. Actually, and I lied again. We are going to put another one right here. We'll just put them all right here like that. And that'll be super simple, actually. And then the next ones we build, we'll build behind it here. But yeah, no, that should work. And then in theory, I don't know why I've been saying that a lot this episode, but we've had a lot of theories. We're just going to tunnel or build up like this. And it's not wired in yet, but once I get to the top and I place that top part and I wire it in, it should be working. Gosh, I just feel terrible, man. I am destroying this wand by doing this, but you know, it's for a good cause. We're going to have a lot more power than... I don't even know if we'll know what to do with all this power. We're going to have quite a bit. 60,000 a second. I mean, we're going to be getting 1 million HE in a very short amount of time, which I am excited for. We still have a ways to go. Will we... Oh, we're not going to have enough cobblestone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Skin of our teeth. Absolute skin of our teeth. Look at that. Look, I have 20 left over. That is scary. Can you imagine getting all the way up here and being like 7 cobblestone short? Oh, I would be pissed, dude. I would be pissed. All right, with that, man, we have 3 ZP generators set up. Let's jump down and wire it in. I should hold shift and just die to fall damage. That'd be pretty funny. My lake is frozen, so that's kind of a bummer. That is kind of a bummer. Hopefully in the spring, when this all thaws out, the water will regenerate there, because that does look kind of ugly. I do have a water bucket, I guess. I could replace it myself, but the ice is down there, so I don't want to do that because then the ice won't melt. But all right, let's do something like this and just hardwire them all in. And is there a way to see how much we're getting a second? Oh yeah. Oh, look at that go. All 3 of those ZP generators are just slightly off from each other, but you can just see it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're just all dumping their power just back to back to back, back to back to back. Look at that thing go, man. Look at that sing. That is awesome, man. Yeah, it just shot up from here to like that. I mean, this thing's gonna fill up in a matter of like a minute max. That is awesome. So we are generating power. Like this is just going to pay itself off too, because every single one of these ingots it makes is basically one unit. So every one of these ingots is one top or one bottom. So in the long haul, this is going to be awesome. And actually, here, let me go ahead and grab that, put it in my inventory. But I was going to say it's already good for another. So let's give it another ingot and let it go. And I'm just going to separate all these like that. Yeah, no, that's going to be perfect. Sweet, man. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, I was looking for a storm. No shit. Yeah. I know what caused that. There we go. Yes. So I'm blind here for a short second. Let's see how fast. I mean, it's already at almost 1 million. So it's already at almost 20% filled in just a short amount of time. So yeah, it is paying itself off quickly. If you can deal with this eyesore, I know it's just an eyesore. If you can deal with it, this is a really great source of power. Ideally, what you do, and I'm going to do this down the line. I'm going to spoil one of my designs. I'm going to build a skyscraper. It's going to look like a normal skyscraper. It's going to be badass. The whole interior is just going to be this. Whole interior. Basic, I could do it here. I'm going to end up moving this, but the whole interior is just going to be a thick cobblestone base all the way up with ZPE generators filled. The whole outside is going to look like a modern skyscraper. You'll never be able to tell. Never be able to tell. And then that's going to power the city. All the stuff I'm going to need in the city. I'll probably have like an HVM facility nearby. Probably refining or like a bunch of ore acidizers, some centrifuges and stuff. Not like the nuclear reactors and like super advanced stuff. It's not stuff that if it goes wrong, it'll melt down the city. But yeah, I'll have stuff like that for sure. Hell, I mean, it could be near an oil derrick too, in theory. My goodness, man, this thing is already filled up like that. That is sweet. That is absolutely sweet. That thing's going to be rolling now. That is awesome. But with that, our next step, let's go ahead and get the oil facility, just the whole oil derrick and everything going. Let's start out here. We got some bats in here, and I don't like that. I hate bats. Yeah. Oh, he lived. How do you take 2 sword hits, you little bastard? For the life of me, I don't know how full this is, so we are just going to break it. Oh, yeah, it's pretty empty. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think it's all the way out. Yep, it is definitely all the way out. Oh, no, it's not. It is close, though. My goodness, is it close. I guess we'll put it all in my backpack for now, but I'm going to have to move all these empty blocks upstairs somehow. Yeah, it is damn near empty. I mean, it didn't have much longer, so... it's kind of a bummer because it makes it really hard to refill when it's not fully empty, because now you're kind of dealing with all these weird cuts in and out. You can see how just funky it is. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and replace this bad boy. I do have to hop up and get the oil, though. Yeah, so good news, bad news. Like I said, it's going to be a little weird to fill up just because all the different angles, but we do have this wand. More bad news, our poor little wand is on its last limb, man. We better go and repair it because this is a very valuable tool to me. It is a very valuable tool to me. Do not want to break this wand accidentally, and wands are probably the easiest tool to break accidentally because you could just see you build one thing. There's a lot that it builds, and if it builds too much, man, it just snaps. So let's watch it here. Luckily, you know, we missed a couple of blocks there, I noticed, but luckily this wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. This wand really made it nice and easy. Ooh, do I want to do one more? Okay. Oh, I'm out of oil, actually. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the rest of our oil. Oh, wait, nope, I already had a backpack full of it. Gosh, dang it. Use your head, Spencer. But yeah, we'll go ahead and fill this up one more layer if we can. And then we got to repair that wand because I really do not want to break it. That unbreaking means a lot to me. I have more unbreaking books, but okay. Okay, yep, let's do the rest by hand. We are doing the rest by hand. There we go. Yep, we will do all this by hand. There must be a glitch going on with Vein Miner because I noticed that as I was placing stuff, just they'd randomly turn into spent oil deposits because I placed that there, but it didn't actually place a full one. It turned empty, so I don't know what that's about. That is okay, I guess. Not the worst thing in the world, but I had a bunch of empty oil blocks. I think they were, yeah, in this chest. Let me go ahead and stick them in this backpack. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Let me move that down. Here in the near future, we're gonna have to go mining and try to find some more oil deposits. Because I mean, this is an okay amount, but that's only gonna fill it up maybe one and a half more times. So that is just something we want to keep in mind, that we are getting low on oil. And like I said, I'd like to mine the oil blocks. I know you're not supposed to. They make fun of you if you saw. They say you're not supposed to mine it, you dummy. Uh, I like to mine it and then move it to my oil derrick. That way I don't have to move this whole, you know, I guess in theory you could just put the oil derrick down and then pump them into barrels and then bring your barrels to your refinery. I guess that makes sense. That's what they do in real life. That's probably what he wanted you to do. I just like to do it all right here in one fell swoop, just all of it together. That is my way. You don't have to do it my way though. Just checking this barrel, it's almost empty. So yeah, let's go ahead and power this bad boy on. Go ahead and mine this, and I can place it here. That oil derrick should get to pumping. And I think, yeah, the rest of it is still powered. We are going to have to get this fired up here soon with all my lava buckets here. Let's just do it. Let's just get it going. We're here. Might as well. There we go. So now we just have to be mindful and check on this every couple of minutes. I think it's, yeah, about 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes that bucket's going to wear out. So if we can be mindful of that, we'll check out all of our stockpiles up here. Not bad, actually. That's quite a bit of petroleum. What's on fire? Oh, a horse. I was like, I don't know what's on fire back there. But yeah, no, everything's doing pretty good. We'll get this pumping for a while. Let it do its thing. And I should still be able to come over to here and produce more Schrabidium. Yeah, I mean, it's already filled all the way back up, so that's sweet. So I'm curious, right? This is going to take a second to finish up. We got the oil derrick going now, so that's something. And I forgot about this. This is going too now. So we have two pieces of equipment going. I wonder how fast this is going to fill up. I assume it's still fairly quick. It's definitely, I mean, it's 3 times as fast as before, but I am curious now. We have other machinery going. How quickly is this going to, I mean, 100K just like that. 200K. Half a mil. I mean, yeah, not half a mil yet. Now we're at half a mil. But yeah, I mean, that thing is moving pretty dang quick with other machinery going, man. That is awesome. So yeah, if we can double that one more time, three more of those, in, if my math's correct, that's 120K a second, right? That's insane, man. If we can get that. And then what's cool is it'll be a pain in the ass, but we can always kind of halfway disassemble it and then reassemble it somewhere else. So if we wanted to start our own, you know, mining facility where we just have a shitload of automatic miners, we could just knock a few of these down and then move them to another location. We could do that. I mean, there's so much we can do. Really, I don't even think we'll have to do that, to be honest, because we'll just craft whole new sets of ZP potential generators. They're really not that hard. Once you get everything functioning, once everything, you know, we've been struggling with power for so long. If it wasn't for power, I think we'd be way further. But this steam turbine, it did its job for the early game, for the stuff I wanted to do. But yeah, just this getting towards middle of the game, somewhat not quite holding up as well. I think this would be a really good one to take to, like, I was going to say a desert or something to, for a mining facility, but because this thing powers several drills without issue. So, I mean, in theory, yeah, you could just do this. The problem is deserts have sandstorms and snow biomes have obviously snow, and that would cover up all these solar panels. So I don't know if it would be all that great in either one of those biomes, but I guess a non-snowy, non-desert biome, this thing would do pretty good. So if I find one of those that I want to mine in, and all the while, since this steam turbine's not connected to the circuit right now, it is just building power. So this thing will have 100 million power soon. But you saw how fast this thing over here generates 5 million power, right? Bam, already done, right? That solar generator, the steam turbine, that thing takes several Minecraft days to get 5 million. So, I mean, it's pun intended, night and day difference. And that's another difference. I know I mentioned it last episode, but at least the ZPE potential generators work at night. You saw the solar tower, basically, the steam stopped working because it was nighttime. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. You get a blood moon, you're like, oh, good, I'm not generating power for the next 10 minutes. That sucks. This ZPE potential generator is awesome, man. I am in love with it right now. I'm so happy. We got 5 of these ingots again, man, just like that. 5 of these ingots again. Let's just go ahead and break them down and I'll just kind of, I guess, do a little work and I'll cut back when I'm done. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was like, man, I thought you just slap a diamond in there and it would repair itself, but nope. All right, here we go. Diamond wand, fully repaired for 3 levels. Oh, and it only cost me another diamond. That is worth, I mean, that's essentially just crafting a whole new one, you know, to be fair, and then just like kind of slapping the same achievement on it. So yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I like that. That is awesome. All right, we remembered to build our wand. Oh, it's up here. I was like, where did it go? Alrighty, I am kind of back. Everything's still kind of going. I was able to get a bunch more nuggets. I got a couple more ingots I still got to break down. I actually was able to put 7 in here and create 7 more magnetized tungsten ingots. I also went and stocked back up on petroleum tanks and some fluid barrels for natural gas. Now, one thing I noticed while I was over there, I'm getting a little full on some of those tanks. Not like overflowing, but I'm getting to the point where it's like, all right, I should probably take some out, put them in barrels and stuff. But I'm completely out of all of the tanks and barrels. So we're going to go ahead and craft some more of those real quick. Right after I check the lava real quick, because it's been a minute. Yep. All right, empty barrels are going to be steel plates and aluminum plates. That shouldn't be too hard. There we go. We got 20 more of those. Yeah, might as well, huh? Alrighty, and we're just going to do the barrels, actually, because the small ones don't pull a whole lot out, and I really have enough small ones of all the stuff I need. This isn't necessarily the one that's getting full. It's the natural gas. The natural gas was a little over halfway, and I have 2 tanks. Mind you, this one's full, so that one's full. This one was over halfway. I definitely wanted to get some natural gas out of here just to stock up. Actually, just while we're at it, let's just go a little crazy and even take that tank down. That tank's supposed to be like a stockpile, but we'll just go ahead and pull it out now. Crude oil's getting close to halfway. I was like, might as well, man. And I think, yeah, I can afford 1 more barrel of the petroleum, which is awesome. You can always add a barrel up here, and then it'll fill up the barrel, and when it's done, it'll spit it out down to here, and that's not a terrible idea. I'm not going to go ahead and do it for petroleum, because I actually use petroleum from time to time, but I'll go ahead and do it for the others, just because. I'm going to go ahead and put like 5 into natural gas, and then if you put more than 1 in, it just won't pull it until it's full, until it has enough. 1600, it won't pull it, so until this hits 16. Actually, it's not going to pull it at all because it's pumping all the natural gas back to here. So yeah, that one's going to be good for a while. No reason to worry, and I still have 4 leftover barrels, so that is good news. I finally got that. Let me check that lava one more time. There we go. Our stockpile gets bigger. 50 barrels of natural gas. That is crazy, dude. We have a ton of natural gas. Sweet. Well, I've actually done so much. I've used all 10 uses here. So there you go. Now you know I'm not lying. I think we'll come back and do a little bit more another episode. I want to keep going. Trying to expose myself here a little bit. We're actually going to record the next TK podcast episode here any minute. So I was trying to wrap it up. I was thinking, I'll come back for part 2 and just edit it together. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I will in time. So we'll call it, man. Another successful episode. Hopefully a little bit shorter than normal. May not be. I don't know. I was talking a whole lot. But yeah, we now have 3 ZPE potential generators. Our oil derrick's going. Just a little bit of everything with HBM now. We got the Schrabidium Transmutation Device, which is actually due for another piece of uranium, and it has just been absolutely hauling, man. This thing has been, well, I can't do it. That's right. I was just talking about I don't have the capacitor. Okay, Spencer. Yeah, maybe it is a good time to end the episode. I'm all over the place, huh? But yeah, we'll come back. Should be able to keep this going. It's just a little grindy. I'll try to work on it in between episodes. No, I won't. No, I won't. Because I want to build a concrete pad with you guys. I know that's not super exciting, but we'll do that together. I think if we can build 3 more ZPE potential generators, I think we're going to be able to power our ore acidizer pretty dang well, man. I think this thing's going to be able to keep up. We will see. I had some more stuff I wanted to craft this episode, but I just don't know if I'm going to have time. It could be a little bit grindy as well. We were talking about it last episode, a storage. Yep, there it is, a storage. I wanted to craft lithium energy, I think is what it's supposed to say. Storage block. And this isn't too hard, actually. Yeah, we'll craft some of those next episode, and that'll help us stockpile our power a little bit better. We can actually just change all these out, upgrade them, because I believe, if I remember correctly, it's 10 million power each versus 1 million. So 5 of those, 50 million power. 5 of these, 5 million power. You guys don't have to be good at math. That is a huge, 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 huge change in power. And then we're going to have the steam turbine, at least for the near future, as a backup. And it's already climbing up to almost 50,000. This thing's doing 5 million every minute. This one, it's been several real-life Minecraft days, and it hasn't even climbed up 10 million. So it's 8 million, 9 million. So yeah, that'll do that. And that's with that one also powering the drill, all this equipment. Sorry, not the drill. That drill over there, the oil derrick, and all this other equipment. So this is a no-brainer. The ZPE potential generator is on absolute fire. I am in love with it. We're going to craft several more of them next episode. I hope you guys did enjoy, man. This was a very productive episode. And I feel like I did good for once. I didn't run into any issues. I didn't make any crazy mistakes or anything. We've had a couple episodes where I've been struggling, for lack of better terms, man. But no, once again, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you on the next one. And holy cow, we are moving quick.